Do you guys remember the Chase money glitch that so many people were depositing fake checks into their accounts? Well, it seems that JPMorgan is going after some of them, and they're going to have to end up paying big. Let's get to a couple of news feeds that discusses it.
JPMorgan is going after individuals who profited from a glitch in the company's systems and turned the scam into a viral trend on TikTok. CNBC banking and payments reporter Hugh Sun is the first to report on these lawsuits, and he joins us now. Hugh, tell us the details.
Thanks, Kelly. Yeah, JPMorgan Chase wants its money back after thousands of customers withdrew funds.
Yeah. What do you think? They would be like, oh, we're just going to be like Uncle Sam. You can keep the money. No, they're coming after you. And this is probably just a few people that they're coming after. But guess what? If you're dumb enough to deposit the check into your own account or into somebody that you know account, a family member or something, either they're going to get, either JP Morgan's going to come after them, or they're going to figure out who is the dummy. Oh, well, it is what it is.
Funds from ATMs with checks that later bounced. The bank on Monday began suing people it alleges stole cash in the so-called infinite money glitch that trended on TikTok a month ago. JPMorgan is going after the biggest examples of fraud in cases with possible ties to organized crime organizations, sources told CNBC. Among the biggest cases involved a Texas man who owed JPMorgan more than $290,000 and a Florida man who owes more than $140,000. This effort is separate, it's important to note, from potential criminal cases the bank is pursuing with law enforcement, these sources said. Back to you guys.
So tell me what happened here. Were people depositing bogus checks and then drawing the funds before JPMorgan Chase had the time?
How you gonna act like either he must be under a rock or like he just saying that to just say it? Obviously, you knew what the hell was going on. Come on now. You knew people was depositing bogus checks that they didn't have the funds for, and they were taking out the money. You knew what was going on. But let's just play along to assume that he doesn't know what the hell happened because he's like, well, I'm in my ivory tower. I don't even understand. But let's let him see. Let me see.
Drew money against that cleared check. How were they withdrawing? They weren't going up to the ATM where you're limited in the amount you can take out.
They were taking it from ATMs. They were taking it from bank tellers. They were doing wires. I see. And you know, this is a bit of a IQ test because here you have people using their actual bank accounts where the Social Security, their names, their ID, it's all on file. They're going to ATMs in which there is surveillance video of them.
That was not even a jab. That was an uppercut, what he just said. It kind of shows like people don't really or have not taken the IQ test or maybe have low IQ. You're putting the money in your account. You go into the bank and you are on camera. Like there's cameras everywhere. Go into a Chase bank. Go into a Chase bank and walk up to the teller and just be online. Just be online and you can count the amount of cameras. One there, behind you, in front of you. 4 cameras in 4K. Well, it might not be 4K because they're probably, let's say, in maybe 40/40 or maybe, let's say, 480 or something like that. But they're going to catch your ass. You're going to be clear. And they're going to just look at you. And then you go to the ATM. And if let's say you go to the ATM with a ski mask on, trying to hide yourself, listen, they're going to find you. Because most of these people were dumb enough to deposit it into their own bank account. I don't know. I love this country and I love my brothers and sisters. My American brothers and sisters, some of y'all are dumb, yo, for real. For real.
Doing the extractions, and they're thinking that somehow they're not going to get
away with this. Yeah, but
it's also interesting because they say that the JPMorgan security team reached out to the fraudsters, but haven't been repaid for the phony checks. So you almost wonder if people had played ball and said, listen, that was stupid, you know, here you go, here's the money back. But is this in instances of people who can't or won't return it?
These are, in some cases, people.
They're not going to return it. They'll be like, I'll take my chances in court. or I'll just go to jail because they already tricked off the money. You got to understand, us men who love women and women who dressing sweet and looking good and smelling good, we going to trick off. So what happened was that they tricked off the money. They bought bags and all types of stuff, Jordans and watches and stuff like that. They didn't buy a damn Timex. They didn't buy that. They bought some expensive watch and everything because they wanted to trick off and show off. They probably bought cars and stuff like that. So the money is gone. The money is gone. So they can't pay it back. They're gonna end up having to be a slave and flipping, what's that jail? They're gonna end up being a slave in San Quentin or Rikers or maybe some jail in upstate New York, just breaking rocks and making license plates and stuff because they ain't never gonna be able to pay the money back. So the people who did it, especially the men, and I'm gonna get on the men, and I'll get on the women too, but the men, I'm a man, I'm gonna get on y'all. A lot of y'all tricked off the money. Let's just be honest. So the money's gone. The money's gone.
People who probably don't have the liquidity to pay back 290 grand, as in one of the bigger cases. And, you know, it remains to be seen if they're ever going to get their money back. I mean, being chased. And you have the other parallel track of law enforcement. And I would suspect some of these cases would warrant that.
Yeah. And some of these may be organized criminals who have taken the money, and it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, that's
gone.
thing.
You know, it's turned.
I agree with him. Some of those cases could be organized criminals, but guess what? They deposited that money into somebody's Chase account. So somebody's gonna get caught, and they're gonna get messed up. So the organized criminals may not give a damn about the person who owns that Chase account. Because there's people that was like, oh, you got a Chase? You got a Chase? I was like, man, get the hell out of here or else I'll punch you in your face. What's wrong with you? Talking about, do you have a Chase? Man, like, come on. I remember when this was happening and there were people outside of Chase like, yo, you know, I could hit you off with a lot of money. I told one of these bastards, I was like, man, get out of my face with that. You go open up a Chase account and you go deposit that money in there. And if you come up, good. If your ass get caught, good. Get the hell out my face. He didn't say anything to me, but there was a lot of craziness going on and people was falling for it. Hey guys, this is just a short break to ask you, if you haven't already, like the video. That would greatly help me out. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you do subscribe. Why? I'm a new YouTuber and I'm trying to grow, and I'm trying to reach over 1,000 subscribers by my birthday in December. So please help a brother out. Thank you for watching. Back to the video.
Into plastic cards, payment cards, and that's laundered and such. But you have the people who are the face of that who are going to face.
All right, Hugh, keep us abreast of this one. Thanks.
Wild. This is crazy. Guys, you have to be very careful out here. Please be careful out here and just do what you got to do. Make your moves and not allow anybody to try to say, hey, deposit some check. I'm going to give you a few shillings, this, that, and the third. Because those shillings, they deposit that check into your account. It's your account with your social security number. It's like so stupid. Some people don't understand. Like, hey, they're not going to just say like, oh, we forgive you for the money. No, it ain't like a credit card where there's fraud and it's unsecured debt, so it's in the digital space or whatever and everything. They'll be like, okay, cool, we could try to figure something out with that. But when it comes to cash, when it comes to money, comes to dineros, you are messing with the federal government, the Federal Reserve, because that's who issues out that money. All right, that's who puts money into these banks. So the banks borrow from the Federal Reserve give them the money and they issue the money out to you. You screwing up their system. Sad, yo. You gotta be careful out here, guys. You gotta be very, very careful. A lot of people don't seem to understand that, hey, it's no game. It is no game. But hey, we'll see what happens. We'll see if these people pay up. I doubt it. But Chase is going to get that money. Uncle JPMorgan is not playing games. He's not. He is saying to you guys, enjoy it while you can. And that's what they always do. Enjoy it while you can, because we either gonna A, get our money back plus interest, lawyer fees and all that stuff, or you're gonna be a slave. You're gonna be a slave because they're gonna put you in jail. You're gonna do hard slave labor. Then you gotta worry about somebody named Bubba Franks Daniels just rubbing on your head and everything, and you trying to fight him off and everything because you want to try to stay safe, but you can't. Because now he's bigger than you, and now you trying to figure out, damn, I'm gonna have to take this man out. And then once you take him out, now you're gonna be in jail for life because you killed somebody, or because you wanted to do the Chase Infinite money glitch.